Welcome to 2024 and it's time for another NERF Limited blaster. Did I angle this correctly? No, I did not. So this is 170 United States dollars. Yes, we paid full price. Yes, we waited for it to be delivered. This is the League of Legends Jinx blaster, and I think this is Fishbones from the game. Fishbones, which is of course Jinx's rocket launcher. Whether you know her from Arcane or whether you know her from the game, she's everybody's favorite Harley Quinn ripoff. You know, the classic, we took a chick, taught her waifu, then taught her gun kata, and somehow, you know, 85-pound teenage girl carries fully loaded rocket launcher plus face paint plus neon. The aesthetic of it aside, like, I think the Arcane was one of the best done pieces of animation I've seen in a very long time. Everybody agrees it is quite good. Pretty compelling storytelling from one of the worst video game franchises ever. But it was so popular that Hasbro decided that they'd buy those rights for $1. And so now for the low, low price of $170, you or a cosplayer you know could be fishboned up. And I imagine that $170 probably wouldn't get you a very high quality 3D printed Fishbones. So I'm assuming that this is a pretty decent deal in that regard. Also, it's already painted. Also, you don't have to sand it, blah, 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 blah. So without any more talking about it, let's open up the packaging and see what we got. All right, so first off comes this ribbon. The ribbon of note says Jinx Fishbones Riot Games, League of Legends, and ages 12 and up. Is that for the Fishbones canon? Is that to play League of Legends? I don't know. I'm not an expert. But the box itself does have really great art on it. I mean, the deco, it is a fully printed box. You could easily display this. This could be the backdrop of your display if you're gonna put it, you know, behind your costume on a mannequin or something. I can see a lot of ways where like this art, where each panel is a different portrayal, is pretty sharp. I mean, for the money you're paying, it should come in pretty premium packaging, but they did nail that. Now let's pull it out of the box and see what that looks like. Oh my gosh. It's just hard to do this without my usual bar table. Almost. Stay on target. Oh, goodness. You'd think with a reasonable wingspan, this would be more manageable, but it's watch Drac review Fishbones badly. All right, so inside we've got some instructions explaining how this works. No. Does this not shoot a rocket? There's no way. It doesn't shoot a rocket? Are you kidding me? Hasbro. It doesn't shoot a rocket? The climactic scene at the end? Whatever. We'll get over it. I'll get over it. Listen, if you're new to the channel, Hasbro disappoints us sometimes. And if you're not new to the channel, business as usual. Looks like it comes with the stand. The stand has like Jinx's kind of iconic graffiti on it, and it says League of Legends. So if you're the kind of person that can tolerate the public shame of having a display in your house that says League of Legends on it, then you know, this would be an excellent way to prop this thing up. I assume it's just a mount. It doesn't look like it locks in anywhere, so, you know, it'll sit there. As far as the blaster itself goes, really good deco. Looks like the paint is consistent throughout. Hopefully this paint for the League logo and the NERF logo is the same on both sides. Let's go ahead and pull the old Fishbones out. All right, so it looks like there's some light assembly required. 2 fins go here. Let me pull those out and snap them on. My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. Paint on this side looks good. Label the camera, throw the stand on it, display it in your house, whatever. Other side, no paint. That's not even true. Is it? Wait, is this molding? Gosh darn it. Not completely. So you've got molding in the form of the eyes, I guess, but then there's paint on that piece. Yet over here we have all of our warning and disclaimers. No gold paint to speak of. The gold paint is only on this side. Luckily, the gold buckle for the leather strap is here. Jinx kind of chop shops her stuff together. That means you don't have to worry about this. I guess it looks okay from the other side because they did do a lot of the color splash using the molding, but a little disappointing that on a premium product that cost this much and had this wait time that you don't get any better than that. Huh. I've discovered I can close Fishbone's mouth, which makes him look more like a rocket launcher and less like the shotgun that he is. The question is, will the mouth open when I prime? Yes, it does. All right, so you have 2 different modes for photos if you're gonna use it as a cosplay prop. It really only wants to be wielded one way, in your dominant hand, over your shoulder, using the included shoulder mount like this, because the rest of it is like, it's pretty awkward. If you have like a 6'6" wingspan, I guess You can shoulder it, but then the fin that you just attached is gonna stab you in the rib cage every time you try and cross your body. So don't do that. Like, this is a bad strategy. Although, and again, you do need that wingspan to pull this off, because I am fully torqued. Like, that's max extension. At that point, I can kind of shoulder it like this. Fire, prime, cut. All right, the old Fishbones is loaded up. Ready? Click, boom. Bro, it is not jammed. There's no way. Oh, you have to fully back and forth. No auto retract. You know, that was actually a pretty decent pop. Is it gonna? It holds 3x6 is 18 darts. It fires them in 3-round bursts. This configuration should be very familiar to nerfers. This like kind of tri-strike, triple blast off of any sort of smart AR system. But, you know, it is still firing elite darts. However, the inaccuracy of the ammo that it ships with can be compensated for by the fact that it shoots 3 at once. This is not a practical blaster. I don't need to tell you guys this. No one is buying $170 fish-shaped blaster to take it to a Nerf war and be serious. Now, if anybody wants to donate a Jinx cosplay to the channel, I will take this to a Nerf war and use it. But I think we should leave that up to Barrett. Oh, geez. Let's take it outside and put it over the chronograph. Come on, Jinx. Use your rocket launcher. Here, I'll help you. Throw it on your shoulder. You don't look like you're having a good time. All right, guys, my dog's name is Jinx. It's spelled very differently, but she is not a big fan of the Fishbones rocket launcher, probably because it's a remarkably oversized piece of equipment for such an undersized small girl. Anyway, let's see if we can get any sort of chronograph reading off of the Fishbones rocket launcher. We'll come down here, try and roughly align the triple shot with the barrel. Error. That might be the multiple projectiles error. Here, let's try something cute. If this is a true smart AR, then we can maybe get a single shot by leaving it with only one. All right, theoretically, we have it set up now for 3 single shots in a row. Maybe one of them will go over the chronograph. 64, 66, error. So that proves that if you don't have a fully loaded, you know, triple stack, you could single load different parts of the, you know, the cylinder, so to speak, and possibly be in good shape that way. What we really care about is, you know, the burst fire potential of it. It should be shooting rockets, so I don't know why we're evaluating it as a shotgun, but let's go ahead. I'm gonna hold it the janky way, just because, at least for me, that is genuinely easier. There you have it. Roughly elite level performance, which in terms of science speak is about 70 FPS. It is a large prop. If you were actually Jinx sized, and I looked it up, Jinx is 5'3" and barely comes in under 100 pounds. This would be monstrous for you. It would be comically huge, as it is quite large. It does not weigh a whole lot on account of being made of plastic, but I really feel like it's a missed opportunity to not have it firing a rocket. I think that not having it generate any lights or sounds is a huge missed opportunity. I think that you get a lot less out of this than you would out of, say, the Nerf Limited Mandalorian thing, or even the Nerf Limited Star Trek kit. I think that you get far more elements of play. I think that this is a pretty blatant cash grab at the League of Legends cosplay or collector community, because you're just, I mean, the molding is great. I'm sure it's a fine cosplay prop, but in terms of like a functional toy or prop, it's just not doing that much. It's frustratingly basic and ludicrously impractical, which I'm sure is accurate for the game. That's just my take on it. I mean, if you're upset about some of the League of Legends jokes, relax. I play Magic, so like, you know, we all play bad games. But I am curious what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. What do you think a good integration would be for the Nerf Limited line? Did you expect more from Fishbones? I mean, I guess the jaw opening is a cool feature, but I really expected more. I wanted it to be more like the one from the series, and I would have liked it if it generated other elements of play in any capacity. But that's just my hot take. Let me know what you guys think. Much love. Blast on. Drac out.